Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, it is the middle of the night and I can't sleep because I have so much on my brain right now. I have no idea when I'll be posting this. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say what I said in the first Midnight Rambles video. I'm gonna post these whenever I feel like it. I am going to make these whenever I feel like it. I look like a crazy hot mess right now because I am a crazy hot mess. Surprise! I may or may not have just had sex with my husband, so ignore my everything right now. Oh my god, yeah, my hair is just a hot mess. You know what? Tomorrow's hair washing day and none of this matters. I wanted to vent about something I've definitely vented about on my YouTube channel before. Let's talk about shitty friends. So, okay, here's where I'm at mentally. Okay, so the day I'm filming this, it is the day before New Year's Eve. It is January, hi, hello, Earth, welcome back. It is December 30th, and tomorrow is New Year's Eve, but it's also like the turn of a new decade, so everyone's being like, where I was at the beginning of the decade versus where I'm at the end of the decade post. You've probably seen a million on Instagram, I'm sure. And I guess, really depressing because I guess like the biggest thing I've kind of felt like I've consistently struggled with my whole life is friendship. Where do I even begin? Okay, I'm gonna just like make a little quick disclaimer really quickly. I just want to say there are people out there who I consider good friends of mine who I love dearly. Most of this isn't going to be directed at you. Most of this is directed at me. This is like me. This is my issues. This is my personal thing. So don't like take too much of this to heart, especially if you are one of my friends. I interact with a lot of different people in my life and I don't really share all of it or like any of it with any other people. Okay, so let me back up. Here we go. So, like I said, we're rounding out the end of the year. We're coming into a new decade. At the end of 2009, at the beginning of 2010, I was in a really weird place in my life because my best friend had just died, which is like a huge like plot twist in my life. That's something I never saw coming, obviously. So a lot of my friendship groups were ever changing and constantly evolving, and I was trying to like fit in anywhere I felt like I belonged or was comfortable. And I kind of had like two friend groups at the time. I had like the Conroe kids who were like very goody two-shoes, mommy and daddy, no divorces, all that jazz. Good for y'all. Whatever, they fucking sucked anyways. And then I had like the 1960 family, which was like did drugs, had a ton of tattoos, loved to party, slept around, like, so in this group of friends, I was like the prude, and then in this group of friends, I was like the slut, so I was always like in between two worlds, if you will. But I was really just trying to like find my footing, like I said, and find anywhere where I felt like I really like belonged at all, and cling to any familiarity, there we go, at all. Because once you go through a trauma, like losing your best friend at the age of 17, it changes you. But ever since then, I feel like I've always like held people to a very high standard of like friendship. Like I have a very high expectation when it comes to like being my friend and being friends with me. That's no secret. I definitely feel like that's not a secret at all. I feel like that's why I struggle so much with friendships is I place so many expectations on friendships. But it's difficult for me too because like the things that I expect are not things that I would ever not do. So I don't hold anyone to a higher standard than I hold myself. So that's why I find it really difficult to accept when people can't meet those standards or fall short or disappoint me. And it's just a really constant thing I've dealt with my entire life. I mean, like I feel like Adam is like my husband is like the only friend I have who has never like disappointed me, which is great and fantastic. I love him. And honestly, like the friends that I have now who haven't disappointed me, I feel like it's because I haven't like tried to get super close with them yet. And I feel like if I try and get super close to them, they're gonna disappoint me at some point. It's just a part of my friendship. It's a part of my being. So I guess in my adult life now, what I have learned from having so many shitty friends, because I've had a lot of really bad friendships, I've had a lot of really toxic friendships, I've had people who keep me around just to make themselves feel better, I've had people who belittle me constantly and are rude to me constantly to make themselves feel better. I've had people resent me for liking me and put me down for that and like belittle me for that, and just a whole, like, I've had an array of shit thrown at me throughout the years. Even in times as recent as workplace friends, I've had people just like totally flip on me overnight out of fucking nowhere. And it's just like, I guess like where I get into like not trouble, I guess, is like I'm very of the mindset of people who turn on me and people who decide not to like me and not be my friend were never my friend. Like those people were never gonna be good for me. Those people were not gonna be a good part of my life anyways, because they were willing to see just the negative sides of me and not willing to look for any of the positives. Absolutely, I'm a human being. Like I have good sides and I have bad sides. I have good days, I have bad days, I have good moments, I have bad moments. I'm a human being. It's literally part of every human's nature. But if you choose to only focus on the negative aspects of my life, you're gonna think I'm a terrible person. And you know what? If you're destined to think I'm a terrible human, that's fine. I don't really give a shit when people have the wrong idea of who I am. Honestly, well and truly, that doesn't bother me because I know you're wrong. So it doesn't irritate me when stupid people are being stupid, I guess, just to like put it very bluntly. I mean, sometimes it irritates me when stupid people are stupid about my friends or my husband. That pisses me off to like the 10th degree. But when people are stupid about me, it doesn't really bother me because I'm like, you're wrong though. So I don't really care because you're just wrong. If you want to be stupid and be wrong, that's fine. You're just gonna be stupid and be wrong, whatever. I'm not gonna like waste my energy trying to convince stupid people to not be stupid. You feel me? Does that make sense? But it's just like, you know, even like I said, like even people that I'm friends with like today, like even my girlfriends who I'm like the closest to today still disappoint me and still have let me down, even like super recently, you know. And it's just like, it's a lot because like I guess I'm like kind of sensitive and emotional about certain things because like I said, I feel like I'm a really good friend and I feel like I'm there a lot for my friends and I give a lot of myself, or like as much as I can tolerate, to my friends. And a lot of times I just don't feel like it's reciprocated at all, which really hurts my feelings. But then I get into a weird spot of like, do I let them know that they hurt my feelings? Like I have this internal argument with myself a lot. Like, is this worth bringing up? Like, is this worth starting a conversation about? Is this worth like having a little argument about? Is this worth like being awkward about? You know what I mean? Like, should I bring this up to them? Is it really that important to me that I vocalize like, hey, you hurt my feelings this one time? Is that actually an important thing to discuss, or should I just move past it? And more times than not, I just kind of swallow my pride and move past it, keep it going, keep it moving. And then sometimes those things crop up again, and then more likely than not, the second time that things crop up and still bother me, or they're still keeping like happening, then I will say something. Then I'm like, okay, like I guess like that's another kind of like mental rule I keep with friends in my life, is just like, if you like burn me once, like if you totally fuck me over once in my life, like damn, that sucks. That's gonna take me a second to kind of get over. But once I get over it, like I'll totally let you back into my life. We can totally be friends again. Like I'm willing to move past things. I understand people make mistakes. I understand that we're human. I'm willing to forgive people, and I'm willing to kind of forget those things and move past it and move on with my life, because who cares? Keep it moving. But the second time you fuck me over, I'm like, we are done here. Like we are no longer friends. I don't want your friendship anymore. Like it's not worth it. I don't like you as a person. Like it's just beyond anything. I don't like you anymore. Like I no longer want to participate. This isn't worth it to me. I will always forgive someone who is wrong. Like I will always accept someone's apology, but I will not always let someone back into my life. That's just, it is what it is. You have to protect yourself. But like I said, you know, kind of looking back at the year in review and like, what have I learned this year? I feel like I haven't learned a lot in terms of friendships. I feel like I'm still getting fucked in the same ways I've been getting fucked a lot. And I feel like people, I guess like the baseline of like my female friendships is, what I've learned is I have a very difficult time being friends with people who are insecure and people who are like sad and miserable and don't like themselves. Like that's the baseline, is I don't really possess those qualities, and I feel like people like can see that about me and can sense that about me, and they don't like it, and they end up finding reasons why they don't like me and trying to pick me apart and trying to knock me down a peg because they want me to be like them in a weird way. And I have a very, very difficult time being friends with people who are just sad and miserable. Like, if you don't like yourself, I probably won't get along with you. It's just, it is what it is. What can I say? That being said, I have plenty of friends who I feel like struggle with like self-acceptance and stuff, who I love and I get along with great, but it's the ones who are like sad and miserable to a point where they take it out on others. I will not be your friend. Like, those are people I don't get along with well at all. And it's also like, I'm really into astrology. I'm sorry, I hate to be that cliche, but like I am. I really like astrology because it makes sense to me. I understand it's a total fluke, and I understand that it doesn't make sense to a lot of people. My husband is such an anomaly. Like, he doesn't match any of his like sign traits at all, except for being loud. But other than that, like, he doesn't match any of his like traits. He's not like an angry human. He's not temperamental. Like, he doesn't match Aries at all. But I'm an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, we're the best sign, just so you know. And it is like a very like known like personality trait of Aquarians to like be the loner type and to like not have a lot of close friends and to like think that no one understands them. And I very much like resonate with that. Like, I very much feel that all the time. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. I do, like I said, I don't want to come off as a brat right now because I have been talking all night to girlfriends on the phone. There's a great app that my friend Esther introduced me to called Marco Polo, and I just got done talking to like literally 3 different girlfriends, which, by the way, I have a message from Esther waiting for me. Hooray, I'm excited to talk to her and catch up with her. I talked to a lot of my girlfriends on this app, so I don't mean to sound like, oh, you know, like everyone sucks. I'm just saying because they don't, because a lot of my friends don't suck. A lot of my friends are really great, solid human beings, and I appreciate them so much. And like, it's insane how much I appreciate them. But what I'm starting to like really nail down in my late 20s, well, here's what I'm really starting to nail down about like female friendships especially, is the only female friendships that are worth keeping or worth investing any amount of time in my life are ones where I can be 100% completely candid and totally honest without being misread, which is kind of rare. I understand that's not very common. That's not really the norm. Usually I say things and people put their own twist on it and read it however they want to. But my girlfriends who I have, who I talk to all the time, those are the ones who I really feel like I can be 1,000% honest and my 100% genuine self around. And that is where I can have like really honest and good friendships. All the rest just isn't worth it. All the rest isn't worth it. And it's just difficult because it's hard to express to somebody. Like, it's hard to tell another like woman like, oh, hey, like, I will never be friends with you because I can't be myself around you because you make me uncomfortable. And I know that you wouldn't like my personality, or I know that you would start to pick me apart, you know? Like, we will never be friends if the second you hear that I like Taylor Swift, you start shit talking Taylor Swift. Like, you know, like those two things just, it doesn't compute. Like, if you are my friend, you're happy for things that make me happy. You don't try and like shit on them to like make yourself feel better. That's what I'm saying, is like the willingness to like put someone else's happiness first or just be happy for your friend. That's a friendship, rather than, oh, I need to make you feel bad because I need to like prove I'm superior. Like, I can't tolerate that attitude at all. At all. I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. I hate it so much. I can't. I can't. Also, just so you know, Taylor Swift is laughing all the way to the bank. She does not give a shit what your opinion is, just for the record. All that just to say, I have a lot of really good girlfriends. I feel like I'm finally getting a little more stable in female friendships, and I'm navigating the waters. Very treacherous, but I'm navigating them, you know, slowly but surely. It's so tricky because I really felt like, you know, I felt very like secure in being alone, and I still feel very secure in being alone. Like having friends isn't important to me. As crazy as that sounds, having friends isn't that important to me. This is like how I rank like my life is like my husband, my family, my husband's family, and then like everyone else is like way below it. I don't really care about the rest. The rest is just a bonus. So having like a few good friends in my life like I do right now is really all I need. That's all I can really handle. That's all I'm emotionally available for. I just don't have that much to give back to someone. My God, I'm the kind of person who won't even adopt a dog because I'm like, I don't have that much like emotional love to give back to something else right now. Like I just don't like, unless it's my child, like that I could do, but a dog, I'm like, no. Another friend, I'm like, no. This is what's keeping me up tonight. Thank you so much for listening to my midnight ramble. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, let me know. I'd love to talk to you down below. I love talking to you guys. It truly, it does something for me. I really enjoy being able to just speak my mind and have this platform to say whatever the fuck I'm thinking and feeling. So thank you for listening and for being here. If you're someone who knows me in real life and you're twisting all this and taking it all the wrong way, well, you know what? That's your problem, bud. If you're someone who knows me in real life who is a friend of mine, thank you for being my friend. I truly do appreciate your friendship. Thank you so much. Thank you for proving me wrong every single day that people are shit. I appreciate it so much. The people who are there for me are just incredible, and I do feel like it is rare, and that's why it feels special to me, is because it's a rare friendship. It's a rare thing to be able to be 100% authentic with another person and them just accept you, and I have a lot of that right now, so I'm really happy. Thank you all again for watching. I hope you have a really safe and happy New Year's. If you're going out and celebrating, hell yeah, girl, do your thing. I'm gonna stay at home and eat pizza with my husband, so that's about it. Wild life, you guys. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday. Night, guys.